Hey everyone, I'm Egoqueenalexis, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Dark Heresy, the Queen's Court. In the last episode, we kind of derped around and walked through the woods. I almost got attacked by a tree. But with a proper recap, here's Vicky, the GM.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vicky, the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, flying through the webway portal, the warband was met with an eerie silence as the vastness of the webway was made clear to them. As Morano piloted the pleasure barge through the quiet network in between realities, the Acolytes took time to rest, heal, and talk amongst themselves. Rosalina headed back beneath deck to change into something more presentable, only to find a captive Xenos. The cobalt-blue alien introduced himself as Por-El Elsier Kovash Monat, a diplomat of the Tau Empire from the Galactic East. Rosalina spoke with the Tau and informed Inquisitor Farnov of its presence. Farnov headed below herself to interrogate the Xenos further, while Rosalina stayed to talk to Morano. It was then that Tarvok's enhanced senses spotted a trio of jet bikes pursuing the pleasure bark, seeming to trail it just fast enough to keep up. Morano offered to drop the Acolytes off at a nearby webway gate, to lose their pursuers while she led them on a merry chase. The warband hurried through, but not before Rosalina said goodbye to Morano. Adjusting to the darkness on the other side, the warband found itself in a dense jungle. After some investigation and nearly fatal tree climbing, Tarvok discovered that they had found themselves in the distant world of Yanth, a death world in the Styges cluster. Heading out, the warband traveled slowly through the dense foliage and found a small stream. Following the stream, Rosalina, who had taken point, discovered the remains of a tiled road. This road left only more questions in its wake, but the warband followed along until they came across a crossroads. Yeah, that was poor writing. Before long, the tree line was alive with buzzing noses, and gigantic insects burst forth. And with that, we have to roll initiative. Let's get some battle music going.
This game is full of bugs.
Very funny.
This game is funny.
Oh, and for reference, for anyone watching, as is tradition, I do have to run off in like 10 minutes to grab my food, so I'll be slightly interrupted.
Right. Do you want to switch your portrait real quick?
Yeah, sorry about that. I can switch that right now.
There we go. Oh, also another public service announcement. We are down one player for today. White, unfortunately, won't be making it.
Too busy invading foreign countries.
Yeah. Such a shame.
Also, that's actually
Actually,
that's a 15 because I get to roll initiative off of my intelligence.
yes.
What?
Don't you
That's
just...
awesome.
Don't you
Yeah.
you can just make a custom initiative roll.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I have a lot of stuff figured out, but that sounds really hard, and let's do that.
Fair enough. I'll show you how to do it later. Alright. I need to roll for these. What is their agility? They roll a 7 plus 6. That makes it 13.
Also, hey, Viggy, can I take the total recall? This is the time to discuss it.
The total recall talent?
Yeah.
I am totally in favor of movie-related pun talents, such as True Grit.
Okay, so...
You're so dumb.
We're gonna say I have that.
Alright, so, with that, it is Lynn's turn.
Yes, it is. Okay, let's go ahead and
Just
do...
imagining she's gonna go in there like freaking Doomfist.
It's probably gonna be more like a flying kick because I'm gonna charge him.
Ah, right. So, I forgot to do... I'm gonna use that as a flying status symbol. So they are flying, but they're hovering close to the ground. So yes, you would normally get a plus 10 for their size, but since they are flying, you also get a minus 10 to hit.
Okay then.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so go over with me how this is gonna go again. I can make my lightning attacks, or I can make my swift attacks, and I get to make 2 of them now after charging.
No. Charging is always its own action, and it is a very... Charging is very isolated from most talents. There's only like brutal charge and...
So I only get to make a single attack after charging.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's fine, I'll make the single attack. Let's do a flying kick.
Alright. Yeah.
I love that you just ran in there and just kicked a giant bug in the face. Oh, in this case,
no, I didn't.
No, wait, did you forget to use your intelligence instead of your...
Oh, I so did. Silly me, that's totally a hit.
Recalculate...
Because that would be plus 33, yeah, that would be an 83 to hit.
Yes, so you would have hit with 3 degrees of success.
Yep, so that'll be 2 hits unless it dodges.
Alright, it will attempt to dodge, for it has the dodge skill.
Wait, no, only single attack, because I charged.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, 3 degrees of success is what I meant.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm the one who confused it, jumbled it up.
It's fine. There's a lot of stuff to keep in one's head when handling this combat system, so yeah. Tiny little nuances that must be met.
This combat system goes clunk, clunk, clunk.
It does. So, with your inescapable attack... Wait, do you have inescapable attack?
No.
Oh, my bad. I'm so used to everyone having it.
This is like the one character build where it's not worth it, because my thought was, well, I'm going to be swift attacking most of it.
Fair enough. So, as Lynn launches herself at the gigantic insect, it merely hovers back into the trees, and she stands there.
This thing is buggy.
Big, bad, Beetleborgs.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, dodge my kick. Anyway, it's my turn.
So,
oh boy, it's gonna eat me now.
Now it's going to attempt to disengage from you. So, it will use a half-action acrobatics test in attempt to do that. It doesn't succeed, so it's just going to... it's just going to try and hit you, then.
Now it can't aim.
No aim, standard attack. Wait a minute, does this thing have swift attack? I forget. It does! Let's just use that, then.
I can dodge it, don't worry.
So, no aim, swift attack, and no modifier. That is not a hit. It would have been hit had I used standard attack.
Sweet. Okay,
However, that is not the only thing.
Oh boy.
Boop. 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 3 more burst forth. And...
Thinking the more I play this game, the more bugs I find.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
The bugs are showing up exponentially. So, one shows up behind Tarvok, and it is going to use one of its ranged weapons.
Jesus, what is this, a Bethesda game?
Yeah, it's crawling with bugs.
No, it doesn't have that many. Let's be reasonable.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it has way more.
And plus 10 for Tarvok's size.
Could you imagine if this was Fallout 76? It'd be like 8,000 of these things.
We literally wouldn't even be able to load the Roll20 page. We would just like try, and then bugs would crawl out of the computer.
Ugh.
Like even Noah wouldn't like it.
That's a miss. And I'm going to make another attack with the other bug. Same thing. Need a 70 to hit. Here's the D100. Nope. Second miss.
Damn! I'm getting flashbacks to that Zinch fight.
Yeah. Now it is Rosalina's turn to get shot at. She needs. They need a 60 to hit you. Actually, that is not true. I'm lying. Let me grab the target for that because it's half aim, short range, standard attack, and plus 30 because Rosalina is surprised.
Oh, that is surprising.
Yes.
Oh crap, that is really surprising.
Even worse than that because these attacks don't do any damage, so they wouldn't activate the force field.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
While it does no damage, it is just a web blast, meaning
Still died.
No, I'm surprised.
not when she's surprised.
Well, guess what? Am I surprised?
No, you're not. You taking the attack?
Oh yeah, bodyguard.
Alright, you move in front of... as you're busy moving yourself away, you dodge the web blast coming from behind you, and you take the hit for Rosalina. Roll for me. This is a snare 1, so let's see. I forget how you roll against snare. I think it's agility.
Yeah, agility minus 10.
Yeah, alright. Agility test minus 10.
I think I'm gonna reroll that.
Alright.
Negatory.
Ooh.
It's fine.
No, you are snared.
It's fine. I got an idea to get out of this.
Alright.
I'm just gonna look over at you, just covered in webs, look over at Lynn and the Inquisitor, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna look towards Abraxas and say, protect the Inquisitor.
And he is going to move in here to try and do that. Alright. And now it is Tarvok's turn. You can take, let's see, as according to Snare, as a full action, you can make a challenging strength or agility test with a penalty equal to 10 times the number in parentheses. If he succeeds, he bursts free or wriggles out. The target is considered helpless until he escapes.
So, I have a question because this happened with one of the snares last time with one of the nets. Can I just fire my flamethrower to burst?
I mean,
no, because
I've done it through a snare weapon before.
I know. I'm starting to regret having that done.
Look, I have like a ton of strength. The only thing I need to ask is, does bulging biceps and or my manipulator mechadendrite come into play here?
Does the manipulator mechadendrite add to your strength test? I think it does.
Yeah, it's a strength-based test. Yeah, so it does. So I have and does the other one?
No. I think bulging biceps specifically says athletics.
Well, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. All right.
So that's my turn.
As a full action, you burst free from all the spider webs. Now it is Rosalina's turn.
And I'm just gonna look at you rip free, and I'm gonna look at this bug. Is this one above the ground?
Yes, I'm modifying all of them now to be.
How high
flying.
up is it?
They are high enough to be hit in melee.
Okay, well, it looks like it's gonna be punched in the face by a melee attack. And by that I mean I'm hitting it with Lioness.
Alright.
So, roll to hit.
Normally it would be a minus plus 10 to hit, but they are flying, so it cancels out.
And I get my normal 15 for Lioness, and I definitely hit it.
Alright, that is a charging attack, and it is going to attempt to dodge. It needs to roll high, so let's just roll a d100. Well, it needs to roll low. That is definitely not enough.
Okay. And charge is a full... Is it a half action?
It is a full action.
Okay. But Lioness is a monster.
It really is. Alright, that is 20. These things are not very tough. They're only toughness 25. Go figure. So, let's see. That does 20 damage. It ignores that down to 8, so it takes 18 damage.
Dang.
So that means... Let's see. That means that it goes to -5 on energy damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens. Energy to... Where'd you hit it? 17? 71 is the leg.
I
The
imagine
target-
just cut off a row of legs.
The target's leg endures horrific burn damage. Cutting off a row of legs. The target's... Let's see. The target suffers 1 level fatigue and is knocked prone. Reduce his movement by half, but that doesn't matter because these things fly. So it is now prone, but it is still alive, and it did fall down. So it's a bug on its back. That's you know how flies go when they fall down.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
kinda
thing's
like-
essentially helpless at this point.
Essentially, yes, it should be easy to finish off, but it is now Lynn's turn again.
Cut off their heads, that's their only weakness.
Okie dokie. I will kick it in the head.
Alright.
I'm gonna be that cruel kid who would rip the heads off grasshopper.
Oh, that's so rude.
That's early signs of psychopathy.
Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and make. Now I can make my 2 swift attacks.
Yes, you can.
Alright, let's do this.
That's
That
not correct.
should be on plus 33 because that's what it would be, which means I failed it by 1.
Ouch. But you can make another attempt.
I also could fate point it. Let's go ahead and fate point.
Yeah. Roll a d100. You need a 63 to hit.
No.
Ouch.
Same thing for the other one.
Well, it seems that Slanesh loves you, though.
Of course, Slanesh loves me. What would you expect? Okay, it can dodge.
Alright, it can dodge.
I got. That's 3 hits.
That, it dodges... Actually, I need to check its dodge again, because I forget what the modifier is.
He was dodging on like stupid high.
Yeah, it's stupid high. It dodges the first attack, but it
It
is out of
dodges on
dodging.
an 85.
They have agility... These are bugs! Have you ever tried to hit a bug with your hand?
Even Saitama has a problem slapping bugs.
Oh my lord. Okay. Alright, that's it. Okay.
At least they don't have 2 dodges.
Yeah.
I
If
Right.
only I could have gotten 2 hits.
Could have. So, now it's back to the buggy bugs. And this one is going to stand up. It's not going to fly because that would take another half action. And it's going to attempt to slice at Rosalina.
To save some time, do you want me to just roll the d100?
Sure.
It bounces off.
There you go. Alright, and for the others...
Bounces off the force field for those watching.
Yeah, so for the other 2, let's see. The one that Lynn is currently up in its bug phase is going to attempt to roll acrobatics again. It's gonna fail again, so he's gonna attempt to hit. Hitting on a 45.
Lynn, you are doing a terrific job, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Having
That
a
is a-
dance with a bug, apparently.
That is a singular hit against you.
Are you ready for that? I'm sorry.
Bodyguard!
No, don't bodyguard me. I'm just gonna fate point it. It's gonna be like the one time I fail it. I have plenty of fate points. Look, I'm fine.
Also, I need to check when Bodyguard gets activated. I forget if it's before or after other reactions. Let's see. Talents. Here we go. Bodyguard. After an enemy makes a successful attack against an ally, the character may use a reaction to move up to his half move distance. Okay, so
I'm going on the technicality. It doesn't technically say. It just says after.
yes, after I make the successful attack, she can attempt to dodge, and then you can bodyguard, because technically both reactions can happen before the attack goes through. So,
It's the Tau drone ruling.
yes.
Pretty much. I'm a Tau. I've been a pain engine. I've been a Tau drone. I've been an Archmagos.
You know, you've been role-playing.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was a miss. Now, same thing. It's going to actually, you know what? No. These things are going to well, no, I need to do this in a specific order. This one is going to half move. It's going to fly over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it is going to attempt to shoot Tarvok. It hits on a 70. That is a hit.
Tarvok, look out! Bug splooge.
I force field deflects it.
Oh wait, no. The force field doesn't activate because the web blast doesn't do any damage.
Yeah, we said this on my turn too.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, natural. I mean, I can try to dodge.
Would you dodge? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Well, then the other one is going to charge.
I'm just
you.
imagining like one of those horrible dodge rolls where like the person like runs, does a dead stop, and then tries to roll and does like the whole boxy roll thing. That's Tarvok. Oh, I'm sorry.
That is a hit. I actually forgot. I forgot to add a +10. This one the force field can attempt to take.
Yeah, I did not.
All right, so let's see if it can hit you.
It's in the
These
52.
These things have tearing, but their strength is honestly not that high.
Well, they have to get through 21 points of defense.
Yeah, they hit you in the 52. I think they have to crit you. So 1, 2.
Negatory Ghost Rider.
Nope, that is not good enough. All right.
Wow, I dodged and tanked a hit. Look at me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do they have any other talents that I'm forgetting about? No, they do not.
Then Tarvok started blasting.
All right, there we go, and that is all of them.
Okay.
All right, next up is Tarvok.
So I was thinking about this complex, like series of moves I could take to like maximize the efficiency, but then I started blasting.
In a robot voice, which fits.
Indeed. Let's see. So half aim, standard range. Now this is we're starting with the Phosphor Serpentis.
All right.
Do I get the +10 modifier if I'm shooting them, or is it only, or how does that work with flying?
It's the same thing.
All right. +25 because I've been forgetting my ballistic helmet thing.
Right.
I think I hit him.
Yeah, I think you hit him. Let's
He
see.
can attempt to dodge with like a negative everything.
Yeah, well, he did make the dodge, but he didn't make it good enough. So, roll damage. That is 13 damage exactly. You are blasting the one that's in your face, right?
Yeah, I took the standard attack because I'm firing into melee.
Right. So that is -13. All right. And here's the agility test to see if he catches fire. He's fine.
Still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
So, and this time double tap comes in correct.
It does, because it's the same target.
Standard range. And it's so it'd be +45.
Yes. Alright. It cannot dodge again, because it dodged already. Be right back. I'm getting my food now.
You know, I gotta say, like, these things hurt, but they don't, like...
This poor Lynn is sitting down there, like, desperately trying to punch this thing in the face as it desperately tries to run away from her.
I'm just on an 85, like, oh, I guess I'm not doing anything this fun.
I imagine you're doing that thing from, like, the second, what's it called, Karate Kid movie where you're doing the moves, like you're mind controlling it, where it's like copying your moves.
Oh my gosh.
Quick, get him, Jaden Smith. It's your only good movie, and it wasn't that good.
So
But I
terrible.
still loved it.
Oh, shut up. Have you even seen the originals? They're so good. This the movie, that other one is so sacrilege.
Yeah, but I don't consider them the same movie.
Okay, that's fair. I think Jaden Smith is a pretty terrible actor, though.
He was okay in that movie and that movie alone.
Well, there was also the time he didn't do anything, but he was in a good movie, Pursuit of Happiness. But he was like 5 at the time.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I give him credit for being a 5-year-old.
I'm just gonna give credit to his dad for that one.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's fair.
he was an accessory to his father at that point.
No, that's the joke.
Do you remember the movie? What was it called? It was just Will Smith disappointed in his son's acting. After Earth.
Oh my gosh, I never saw it because it was really bad, but I watched reviews of it because I'm that kind of person.
I saw it in theaters and it was bad.
How bad?
Like, I almost fell asleep to a sci-fi movie bad.
Oh, you really like Will Smith too, don't you?
I think he's an okay actor.
I've seen a lot of Will Smith movies. He's pretty good.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's not one where he's really, really good.
Imagine how much worse that movie would be without him, though.
Ooh, you're right. It definitely would have just completely flopped without him.
I just realized something. The enemy cannot shock their targets if you disable their hand. Looks at my disabled hand. I had to get one Starship Trooper reference into this. So Victor, did I kill it?
Let's see. Yes, you did, because it's down to -10, and nothing survives that.
Good. I'm going to continue the black.
Alright.
Wait. What? I dealt 20 with a pen of 9. How is the one I'm fighting not dead?
You only dealt damage once.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he dealt damage twice. Never mind.
So I'm going to fire my... I probably shouldn't shoot the Resonant Arc. I'm going to fire a Lumen Capacitor.
Alright.
Oh, what's the range on it? Are we in point blank? No. Ooh, dodge that.
Dodge that, you filthy animal. Freako, you know what to do.
I did.
Alright. And last shot.
Oh, I love it.
Wait, do you have your second Lumen Capacitor?
No, but you let me fire my Lumen Capacitor and my Baleful Eye last time, unless that's another thing we need to retcon.
Oh, no.
You just said I have to state the weapons I'm using beforehand.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not going to fire the Resonant Arc because that might accidentally kill the team.
That is true. It could.
I want to set the woods on fire, though, so I'm avoiding using the Weber Flamer. Plus, their agility is so damn high, it would be useless.
Roll damage. It can't dodge again.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take
that is 12 damage.
It's pow, pow, buzz, blast. And I'm done.
Alright. Rosalina, you're up.
Oh, what? I gotta do this just right.
Oh yeah, you get a
Do I
plus
get
10
a
because
size
it's not.
bonus?
You do because it's not flying anymore.
Okay. It's just a plus 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hit it once.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if you can dodge. With a minus... I forgot the -10. That would have been a hit because of inescapable attack. And now it is most definitely squelched.
Okay. So I still have... Because I didn't aim, I still have a half action, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move my half distance. Which is 4. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll move right there.
Alright.
So I'm gonna get in front of this bug. And I'm gonna try to get back to the Inquisitor. And I'm just gonna say, look at Tarv, I can just be like, cover the Inquisitor. Also save that one if needed.
Alright. And now it is Lynn's turn.
Okay. I remembered what I forgot to do last turn. Let's aim so I get plus 10 on the first one, so this won't hit on a 70. Oh yeah! Dodge that, you disgusting monster. He's gonna so dodge it. Oh, he so dodges it.
He did. Well, it was a lightning attack, was it?
Oh my gosh. It was a swift attack, so I maxed out at... I didn't get enough hits because he would have dodged like 5 times. And then my second one is a miss.
Damn.
Why would it not be? Why would it not be?
There's a lot of bugs showing up in this game. Hey Bethesda, I can't hit these bugs.
It's okay. If I keep dueling with this one, it's not killing everyone else.
Which I appreciate, because I don't like webs. That's
Why?
my shtick.
Speaking of which...
Consider me crowd control.
Okay.
Boop. Boop. And boop. There we go. That's more of them. So, starting up at the one that's right near Rosalina, who's in fact in point-blank range. Let us see what it takes to hit. Half aim, point-blank range, standard attack, and no modifier. That is a hit. Can you dodge? Yes, you can. Haha.
I'm just gonna see the threads coming and dodge them like Neji Hyuga. Just like, yo! Even though we got Hinata over here.
This one is going to fly a tiny bit forward, get itself in point-blank range at Tarvok, and this would hit it on an 80 as well.
Alright, John, you
That
know
is
what
a
to do.
hit.
Dodge it.
I'm not going to, because the way I see it, I'll have to use a full action to if I dodge it, I won't be able to. Yeah, because I'll just break out of it next turn, and then I'll still have my reaction to body.
That's true. Except, well, you could attempt it because it is your turn, like, right up next, so you get your reaction immediately back.
Oh, I thought I got it back on the bug's turn. Never mind.
No. You get your own reaction as soon as you end your own turn. Damn.
Like I said, just dodge it, Tarvok. You got this. He just curls up into a ball again and then slowly rolls away.
Alright. Same thing, and that is another hit.
Victor's just determined to make sure I stay out of this fight.
No, that's Lynn. Actually, I think that's Han that's affecting Lynn right now.
Haha.
You know, I was just thinking to myself, I can hear the burb cackling.
Alrighty, then this one is going to fly up towards Lynn, and it is going to use the swift. So, no aim. Swift attack, no modifier. Actually, I forgot to add...
It's not gonna hit on a 93, though.
I know, like, I forgot the gang up because I doubt you have Combat Master.
No, I do, actually.
Oh, you do? Never mind, then. You do?
I do. Let me double check. Yep, there it is.
Sweet. Alright, that is... Was that all of them? Yes, I believe it was. Now it is Tarvok's turn again.
Alright. Serpenta, laser, resonance arc.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to start with the first pistol.
Alright.
And in their attempts to get into point blank with me, I am now in point blank with them.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
You think I'm locked in here with you? You're locked in here with me.
Yeah, dodge that, you filthy casuals.
Parry this, you filthy casuals.
Nope.
Agility test?
That is 12 damage. That's the one up top, right? Alright, needs 65. He is on fire. Whoosh.
Okay, I'm gonna move my next shot to the second guy.
Alright.
I assume this one.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run it as a full aim for the sake of the phosphorus for the double tap. Oh wait, no, double tap doesn't apply.
No.
Doop. Doop. Think I hit him.
Can't see it.
Yeah,
There
you
we
hit
go.
him.
I don't see it.
That is
Right.
not good enough. Roll damage. That is 13 damage. Does he die? Does he not catch fire? He's fine.
And I'm not gonna fire the resonant arc because that might actually cause a chain reaction.
It could.
I'm gonna fire the laser.
I'm a firing my laser.
There are
Hold
people
on.
born
I think
after that meme, just letting you know, who are old enough to use the internet.
Can't
Oh.
dodge.
Who are you shooting again? Sorry?
The one that's not on fire.
The one that's not on fire. Right. That is enough to kill it. Blap.
Hate.
Alright, and now it is Rosalina's turn.
I'm gonna run up, seeing Lynn in danger of two of them, run up and just go right past her with my sword. And this is a charge attack, so... no aim. That's standard, that's charge. Do these things have Combat Master?
Nope.
Plus 25.
It mastered the art of combat.
Does it dodge?
Years of training have
Does
led to
not.
this moment, and of course...
Ah. That is definitely enough to kill.
as it, like, goes to grab Lynn, it just go right through its head.
Blap.
Second sword in the other hand. I'm not close enough to swing at this one, unfortunately.
No.
So that's my turn. Like and subscribe.
Lynn.
Blam. It's a good comment. It's a good comment.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do the same thing against new.
Alright.
First one hits on a 73.
That's
Hey,
it.
look, it helped.
Yeah, you need it. And it doesn't dodge.
Oh, wow, I get a hit. Okay.
Would you like to re-roll that damage?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That,
That's terrifying that she does damage equal to my pistol with a damn hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did have to port an only war talent to make that viable.
I mean, that's fine.
That's true.
I mean, like, I have Beast of Burden.
Yeah, true. She has Rabbit Punch.
I have a stupid OP sword.
I have a rock. Alright, you did... oh, excuse me. I'm dying over here. You did 9 damage to it. Now roll your
Okay.
other...
Yep.
Whew. I'm
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's going to be 4 hits.
Hot diggity.
Because that's a 63, right? So that'd be 7 degrees of success.
Yes, that is true.
That's
And
4
now...
every 2 after the initial.
Yes, but roll slowly because you need to decide what damage you're keeping.
Okay.
So you hit damage and decide if you
Yeah,
want to keep
I'll
it.
keep that one.
All right, keeping.
Next one.
Hello, cat. Hello, cat.
Rerolling.
All right. Well,
All right, that's solid. It's 9.
Yeah. Next
Right.
one.
Third one.
Heck
Keeping.
yeah.
And last one. Rerolling. Okay. Do I kill this thing?
Yes, you obliterate that thing. But you tear it limb from insectoid limb.
Okay.
She quite literally is Hinata, by the way.
I only watch it if it's amazing.
I love it. I love it. And I'm just gonna
No,
look
I've
at
actually
you.
been told. So that's Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told Naruto is actually very good.
I'm gonna look over at you and just say, are you okay?
I'm gonna look down at the bug with frustration, my hands covered in the green like ichor, and just kind of turn and say, "There's still more of them."
Good. And I'm gonna glare over at the other one near the Inquisitor now.
Yeah, but that's my action. Like I use both my actions to do that because I aimed first.
Let's see. If you'll excuse me, I need to go return my plate. I will be back in like less than a minute.
I'm gonna look at Abraxas and look at Aubrey and just say, cover the Inquisitor. Keep her safe. And she's gonna move over here. Tarvak, can you handle the other two?
He looks to the and analyzes the bug that's currently like on fire, and then looks at the bug in front of him. He says, "Affirmative."
I thought catching flies was difficult.
Death, hate.
And I'll get the one behind you.
Very well. Pathetic creatures. Millennia, maybe more, of natural progression outdone by machinery. Pathetic.
It sounds like you're giving in to your chemical desires as we speak, though.
It is not his chemical dependencies. It is mine. To make binary, there must be a 1 and a 0. An alpha and a beta. We are top.
You're cutting in and out.
Ah, damn it. He said, there must always be a 1 and a 0, for we are Tarvok.
Alright, Venom, calm down.
I have not seen that movie yet.
I have
need to.
returned.
It was actually okay.
Fair enough.
So now the buggers' turns.
Now it's the buggers' turns. Speaking of buggers,
Surprised Natural Instinct hasn't kicked in. I'm pretty sure we've proven ourselves a meal not worth taking.
I actually don't think they would care. They don't. I don't know.
Oh yeah, right. They're insects. I forget insects.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh look, my friends are dead. More food for me."
Yeah.
ants are like that. Brutal
enough.
bastards. Alright, now I need to roll a willpower test to see if the buggy bug can do anything while it's on fire. No, it cannot. Roll for me a d10 for fire damage. That is 1 point of damage. And 1 point of fatigue.
Yeah, it's based off willpower, and bugs wouldn't have that much willpower.
Well, these ones apparently do. I honestly don't know why.
Because they're the dominant species on the planet, maybe? Or a dominant species?
Maybe.
Alpha predators.
Right, so let's see. You know how this song and dance goes. Tarvok, you have an incoming hitting on a 70. That is barely a hit. Can you dodge again?
If I do, someone owes me something.
Yeah.
No.
No, there we go. Alright, and that means that Tarvok is snared, and... Oh?
Get my agility test.
Oh, right. Never mind. Agility test.
Okay, now I'm snared.
There you go. Okay, my bad. Alright, now in comes the charge.
Oh no.
Well, you remember how the helpless rules work?
And they just hit me.
Well, they'd roll damage twice and add it up.
Yeah, helpless is kind of devastating.
Wait,
Yeah.
so they do 2 damages, or they do 1 damage that's 2 damages put together?
It's you roll damage twice, and then you add that together.
Okay.
Remember how you remember how Krell worked?
No, I don't.
He did that with the flail.
It's been a long week, dude.
Fair enough. Alright, so here comes the first damage roll, and this is tearing, so I roll twice. 1, 2. But you don't add the pen, so here's the second. 1, 2. Alright, so that would
still
be...
does nothing, I don't think.
That's 23 pen 3 and 13 pen 3.
Wait, no. That's tearing. I roll twice and take the highest.
Oh, okay. So that's
That's 21 pin 3. Okay, so that might... Where does that hit me? It does a little bit of
I
damage.
honestly don't know.
It's
I don't-
always assumed body.
Fair enough. Let's assume body, because helpless doesn't specify where you are automatically hit.
Alright, so, and how much damage was it?
21 pen 3. Does that do anything?
A little bit.
Alright, so tiny bit of damage.
3
Wait,
damage.
13 plus 7 is only 20.
Oh, 20. 20 pen 3.
Yeah, you butt.
Oh, then that does 2 damage.
Alright.
Yeah, you got this. I believe in you.
Alright, and then... Let's see. This one is going to buzz his way all over here. Meow. And then he's going to web blast Rosalina. Hitting on a
there's one behind
60.
me.
That is a miss. Alright, and then the final one is... Let's see. You know what? No, this thing is going to... it's going to attempt to hit Abraxas. Actually,
But to say, like, he has a weapon.
true.
Inquisitor.
It's a hit. Does he dodge? He dodges easily. So, Abraxas is now tying one of them up. Alrighty, and that is that. Tarvok, you're up.
What is it? Strength plus 20.
And a minus 10 for the snare. So strength plus 10.
Roll that.
Oh boy.
Alright, well, whatever. Carry on.
Carrying on. Tarvok needs help. Rosalina.
I have to save the Inquisitor.
Alright. Roll to see if you hit.
Okay, I'm going after the one up top that just flew in.
Alright.
No aim. Charge attack. Plus 15 because it's not on the ground. That is definitely a hit.
That is definitely not a dodge. And that is definitely enough to kill it.
Boom!
Yeah, as you slice it in half with Lioness.
And that is my turn.
Alright, Lynn, it is now your turn.
Let's go ahead and charge this one.
Alright.
And let's make that attack.
Do you use Tarvok as an off-ramp?
That'd be cool.
Gosh, I could, but I figured I'd run around him because he's kind of hurting.
Oh no, I'm fine.
Like, wounds-wise, he's fine, but he is snared still, so... There's a little structural integrity left.
Okay, I hit. I really, really hit because, again, that should be an 83.
Yeah. Yeah, so does it dodge?
It's probably going to dodge. Yeah.
It did. Alright, and now it's these guys again. And let's see. This one down here. Actually, I need to do it like this. This one down there. Also, why is my... There we go. That's better. My ruler was stuck. He's going to attempt to shoot Rosalina. Actually, he's going to move first. Is it going to buzz? Buzz, 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 buzz all over there.
Maybe he fails by 1 degree, he shoots his teammate.
Yeah, I know. That's the difficult bit. He doesn't have any talents that help him with that. So
That would be hilarious.
it would be. So no aim, point blank range, standard attack, -20 because she's shooting into melee.
Oh, that's 1 degree.
Hey, look at that. That's one.
That is 2 degrees of failure.
Oh yeah.
Had he rolled a 51 to 59, he would have hit his.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it's just a miss. Meanwhile, the other one is going to attempt a swift attack. So half aim, swift.
It's actually going to go through, so go ahead.
Well, it needs to hit first. That is a singular hit.
Okay, I parry on a like 110. I parry it.
Alright. That is that. Yes, force fields do work while you're helpless. The force field is not helpless. Let's see. Oh yeah, also I need to roll a willpower test for the buggy bug. See if it works. Does it work? It barely works, but I need you to roll burning damage for it, Tarvok.
Damn it.
That is no damage, but 1 point of fatigue.
Yeah, that's right.
And the flaming bug is going to take its revenge by not charging you. It is just going to waddle up to you and hit you.
It's going to walk like a dreadnought, waddling. The fact that somebody pointed out that dreadnoughts walk like ducks in Dawn of War made me the happiest person in the world.
Oh Jesus!
Did you get your dreadnought yet?
Yeah, I got the Avian Thule. He walks like a little...
Poor Davian Thule. He doesn't deserve to waddle like a duck. Alright, so...
a different chassis.
So roll 4 damage 4 times and add the 2 highest?
2, 3, 4.
Well, it's actually the first 2 is 12 and the second 2 is 13.
Yeah. So it's
25.
25 pen 3.
Say 21 minus 3.
That makes it 18, so 7 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, you took a chunk of damage of it, but you're still not down.
No.
Man, Tarvok can tank a lot.
Yeah, I do need help though.
Well, The Emperor helps those that help themselves, so help yourself.
Yeah.
That is true.
No, I shouldn't make that joke.
The
Hold
Messiah
up.
provides you with the mechanics to do it. You got this.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna need to do something extra awesome with that. You can roll a melee attack after breaking so spectacularly out of the web.
So I get a half action.
Yes, you get a
So I
half.
get-
You get a singular standard attack.
So I can't add weapons tech to it.
That is a free action.
Dupe. It's worth a try.
Yeah, so it is technically your turn. All right, and that is a hit. Let's see. You hit the. Which one did you hit?
It's the bug's turn. It can't dodge.
No. It is still your turn.
Oh
You
yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
broke
Oh yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. My turn was being weird. Yeah. I'm hitting the one that just hit me.
All right, the flaming one. Does it dodge? No, it does not.
Yeah, it can only dodge on Lynn's turn.
Yep. So add 7 to the damage and pin. Oh Jesus.
Never mind. You go all Boba Fett on him and disintegrate him.
And then fall into a hole.
Yeah.
No disintegration.
Yeah, like that. I delete his token because
No.
he's
So
so
I imagine it's like crawling up,
In your
and it's
skin.
like about to bite me again. And as I break up, I break out with the axe, like going straight into its jugular, or equivalent to its thorax.
Yes, thorax, indeed. Alright, that is Tarbok's turn. Now it is Rosalina's turn again.
Okay, I am going to hit this bugger in front of me.
Oh, bugger.
And I'm going to do a standard attack because I have an idea. Oh yeah, he's not dodging that.
Nope, not good enough.
So, first is damage.
Ah!
I think I kill it.
Yeah.
Eh.
You do 22 damage to it. It only has 13 wounds.
And
Do you want to do anything extra? Like just to rub it in?
No, I'm just gonna kill this thing in front of Abraxas, just stare at him and say, keep protecting her. And I'm gonna rip my sword out and casually... I'm gonna walk to right here.
Alrighty. Alright. Len. It is your turn again.
Okay. Now it should be that I get so many hits it can't possibly. So let's aim and then do that combo.
Plus, I
You
think
also-
I give you a plus 10.
Yes, plus 10 because Tarbok is assisting. Well,
Alright, so
hanging
this
up.
first one hits on 83. That is 5 degrees of success. That'll be 2 hits. No, that's 3, isn't it?
There goes its dodge. So roll your next attack.
Oh boy.
See, it's Lynn's turn. Bugs can dodge
Oh
again.
my gosh, are you kidding me?
Mope, you usually not roll this badly unless it's psychic powers.
Oh my gosh, no. Well, I mean, at least I can't psychic phenomenon.
Well, wait,
No.
does the plus 10 like help that at all?
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
it would
enough.
boost it to a 73.
Yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
Double team?
she doesn't have double
Okay.
team.
Nope. That's
What?
it. That's my turn. I'm not gonna fate point it. It's not worth.
So here goes. This thing is going to attempt acrobatics. Finally, I made an acrobatics test. So this thing is going to buzz all the way off the map. Boop, and disappear into the forest. However, each of you can make an awareness test, and I'm going to stop the combat music.
Oh, I got a ominous.
Hold on, I need to.
Come on, really? There's still one alive right here, by the way. Do you want to just say Abraxas kills it?
Yeah, let's just give that one to Abraxas. I kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Alright, let's say
just delete
he-
the token. It doesn't matter.
Boop.
There we go.
Move all turns and do. Now, where is that damnable background sound? There we go. I found it. Sweet, it's back. So, did anyone make their awareness? Yes, Tarvok did.
Linda too.
Linda, yeah.
Oh, Lynn did too. All right.
Better than actually.
Oh yeah, she did. Go figure. So,
Power of an astute mind.
as the bug flies away, Lynn and Tarvok, you hear a sound. It is a sound. And you can hear the bug getting impacted and crashing to the floor.
There's something out there killing the bugs.
Did the bang sound natural or synthetic?
It sounded synthetic as all get. In fact, the two of you can roll your Xenos all.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
I was going to say, can I just give a +10 to Lynn?
Technically, you don't have all of the Xeno
yeah.
skills, so you can't assist with him. That is a wonky thing. That it's a wonky rules thing.
Oh, she got me on this one.
Yeah, damn. So, while Tarvok has never heard this sound before, Lynn has. Lynn, you recognize. Actually, I'm just gonna type it to you because it makes it more dramatic when you reveal what it is.
Okay.
Oh, my ribs.
Tarvok, don't move. I can help bandage up your bionics, but I don't
I'm
know.
gonna look back at you all and say there are more of the Tau, or there are Tau in the distance killing these things.
What?
The sound was the sound of a pulse rifle. A Tau weapon, if you haven't heard of it.
Damn it! I forgot something. Give me like 1 minute to make a token that I forgot to do last time and this time. Yeah, the Tau token. I forgot to make it last time, and I need to make it now. Man, I need him.
Aubrey heals you by 9, I think 13? 14.
That's how much. I have 13 wounds, so. I need an upgrade. I need more upgrades.
And I'm actually gonna look in and start wrapping part of the bionic that's leaking from you.
Perhaps you should give the flesh more credit.
If I took that damage with fleshy bits, I would be dead. Most of the manacles couldn't pierce my armor to begin with.
Tarvok, stop moving. As I'm going through all the tubing and the armor breaks in you and just trying to patch them up really quickly. Because I got tech use.
Where did you learn that?
One of your tomes.
You are reading my tomes, I see. Good.
Inquisitor far enough.
Yes?
There are Tau in the vicinity. You knew about this.
Tau? She points to the water cast standing next to her and says, "This is the only one I was aware of."
I'm gonna roll scrutiny on her.
Alright. That was security, but the roll is good.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It works. Again, the roll is valid. It was a 19. She does not oppose because she's not lying. She honestly has no idea that there are Tau here.
And what about you? And she points to the Tau. Were you made aware of this?
I do not even know where we are. Which part of your Imperium are we in?
I'm gonna turn back to the group and say, I suggest we try to make contact and be amicable. they are a receptive species, even if they are xenos.
I have to agree.
Agreed. You will light a cigar.
Besides, with him with us, I'll point over to the water cast. They'll definitely be open to talk to us at least.
So,
Or he'll
While
order
you-
execution.
while the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, while the 7 of you are talking about discussing this, and Rosalina steps forth to look at the jungle, you see a creature emerge from the trees, and not only one, but two.
I burst teeth. More! And I'm gonna raise both my swords to defend myself.
So,
Humanoids.
here's a question that I forget. Has anyone here actually seen Kroot before? Because
Wait
remember...
a minute! Oh
You
my
have a
god!
rifle.
Does it have a rifle?
Yeah, it does.
Then I know what it is.
Yeah, you see the strange-looking spear rifles that they have, and you recognize it from your museum.
And I'm just gonna speak the name really quickly. I'm just gonna be like, Kroot?
Right. Yes.
They speak Gothic.
We do.
And I'm gonna lower my blades just a little bit, but still stand on edge. What do you want with us?
With you, we just found out you're here. Right.
And I'm gonna look over at Lynn. Lynn, what are they with?
I'm gonna step forward. I'm gonna try to address them in their own language. And then Victor, I think we can both agree that being Ordo Xenos, I've probably dealt with Kroot mercenaries before.
Yes. Let's say you have.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna talk back to them and be like, are you with the Seps or are you rogues on your own?
We follow Shaper Anuk. We live here.
Are you with the Tau Empire? I'm gonna look over at his gun.
They are not our current employer.
I understand. What part of we've been told what planet it is. I know it's Yanth, right?
Yanth, indeed.
Okay. So I'm gonna translate back to I'm actually gonna address it more I'm gonna address it more towards Inquisitor Farnoth than I am to Rosalina, but I'm gonna translate back that they're an independent group of Kroot. They say they're not currently employed by the Tau, and I'm guessing from the current state of things they don't have an employer. And then to confirm that, I'm going to ask the Kroot back in Kroot. Do you have an employer currently?
We do not.
I'm going to turn back to the Inquisitor and say they have no employer currently. I think our best option is to hire them.
Do they take for currency?
You know, the moment the words came out of my mouth, that's what struck me. Even if we had something to offer them before, I don't think we brought it with.
Taravak holds up a finger and says, perhaps. But I would leave the negotiation to the Order Xenos and the Inquisitors.
I'm going to nod at it, and then I'm going to turn back to the Kroot and say, we're discussing possible terms of hiring you now. We're new to the planet, and we could use the assistance.
Shaper Anuk decides the contracts. You must speak with him.
Can you lead us back to him?
Oh, go ahead. What Lynn said is way better.
Can you lead us back to him?
We can. He is close by.
Then we'll follow you, and we can discuss terms there.
Agreed.
And then I'm going to turn back to the Inquisitor Farnoth and say, I've told him that we'll go back to their village to discuss terms of hiring. Even if we don't come to a deal, they might be able to help us get off-world.
That sounds applicable. Far enough? Victor?
Sorry, my bad. I was handling something else. Agreed. If anyone would know how to navigate this place, it would be them.
Or Marino.
Well, we don't have her right now.
And Burby with her.
Before the Kroot go, you see them start moving towards all the dead insects. Even one of them even barges past you too. As they, you see them start sniffing the dead insects. Rah, no good.
No good. What do
No
you mean?
good. For eating.
Tavok will point to the one behind him. That one is cooked, if that might help.
No. It refers to their qualities.
Surrounded by chefs.
Sorry. Surrounded by what?
Surrounded by chefs and critics.
Lynn, what do they mean by this? Unfortunately, knowledge of Xenos is not my forte.
Well, generally they want to eat them, but I'm not quite sure on what's making the food not good. I'm just going to ask. And then I'm going to address the Kroot again in his own language and say, they're fresh kills, what's the issue with them?
He looks at you and there's a strange thing going on here because Lynn is speaking in Kroot, but the Kroot is replying in Low Gothic. So that's
Oh, I think it's kind of cute. We're both trying to be courteous to each other.
Yeah. How strange.
Kroot and Ramsey.
It is their qualities that are bad, not the cooking.
Do you not normally eat these types?
They have qualities we do not pursue. They are dangerous, so Shaper Anuk says they can lead down dead ends. Rah.
You should probably listen to the Shaper. Speaking of those, is there any assistance we can give you with disposal of these, or whatever you plan to do with them?
No, the trees will devour these.
Your planet is very strange to us.
It is not unlike Peck. Everything eats everything. We fit right in.
Quite a circle of life. But we are outsiders. And perhaps when we discuss things with your Shaper, we can make our stay short.
Agreed. You might end up getting eaten.
Was that
I'm not going to turn the laugh. This is a really weird conversation, yeah, because you guys don't understand my half of it, but you understand his half of it.
So what we heard was like a low-key threat, and that's it.
I'm gonna... Alright, Victor, I have something stupid in mind.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna roll awareness on its weaponry.
Yeah?
My whole intention is to discern if it matches exactly the style of gun that I have in my collection.
Yes, it is a damn near perfect fit.
Is this one in better... theirs in better condition?
They seem to be better maintained in the sense that these weapons are still in use and yours isn't even loaded.
Rosalina thinking to herself, not saying any of this out loud, but in character. Perhaps I can get one of these exotic firearms. It would look good in my museum. I wonder if these people, these creatures, have a society to them. I'll have to do further investigation. And then she finally says out loud, let us meet with your shaper. If he attempts to attack us, we'll just see what happens. But I
Agreed.
think you're a good little bird.
You see him. You see one of them cock his head as he looks at you. Rah. This one's strange. No, tastes good.
And I'm gonna look at it and just be like,
Are you hearing like the tiny noises that I'm making?
yes.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Like the sniffs and stuff, because I
love
honestly can't tell if it's picking up on the mic.
No, you
No, it is.
definitely are. It is good. It is good. I love it.
I don't know why, but I have way too much fun role-playing Kroot.
Far enough. Stay
Huh?
close to me.
Agreed. She kicks one of the bugs to the side, and the three of these walk up.
I will offer Aubrey. I will look to Aubrey and say, "May I offer you a ride?"
Yes,
She nods.
of course.
Oh, perfect answer. Nods and says yes.
All right,
So-
let's follow
and
the
I,
crew.
I was just
what
going to
about
ask,
you,
what's the
Ronan?
humidity in this place?
A lot. You're gonna have to lock down your bookcase if you want it to survive.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, yeah, my bookcase is has the blast shield on.
Yeah. It does. So,
I'm also
with
gonna power
that,
down my meltagun because that thing actually does stay constantly hot.
yeah. So, with that in mind, the Kroot start leading you off, and you can see that they are very adept at moving from branch to branch, so to speak.
Can I use Trade Performancer to try to memorize their movements?
You can, but it will be at a -10 due to the fact that their legs aren't built the same way as humans. No.
I'm just gonna look at them. They move almost swifter than the Eldar.
You note that there is a springiness to their step, almost as if some quirk of their biology is letting them leap even from standing positions.
I'm going to speak in High Gothic to Rosalina. They have a lot of biological natural advantages, but they lack the lifespans to accumulate the experience that makes the Eldar so deadly.
How did you know what I was thinking?
It was the logical conclusion. I'm sorry if that was actually me metagaming.
No, because I'm
No.
imagining you're saying that as I'm actually staring at the Kroot. So
Oh,
you just
I
put
thought
two
you
and two
said
together.
that. I thought you said that out loud.
No, I did say that out loud to you, but
Oh, okay.
it was obvious.
No, I mean I thought you said the thing about them being like more agile than the Eldar out loud.
Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, sorry. When you say it out loud, I thought you said it in character.
No, but I assume that it's so obvious that what I'm thinking that you just picked up on it.
Okay.
And so I'm just gonna look at you and say that.
I'll respond with most things are predictable if you analyze the situation properly. Most things chalk up to variables.
Wait, before we do that, can I check? Because I actually don't know this. Can I check my Aether Scope? Because are Kroot psychic? I actually have no clue.
You've rolled the Tekus already, which counts as your Synicians, and you can scan each and every one of those Kroot. Not a trace of psychic potential about them.
Okay. I actually just did not know if Kroot were psychic.
On a side note, Kroot can be psychic if they eat Eldar or are human psychers.
Yeah, they can become psychic, but I don't think it ever turned out well.
No, they have an entire cast to it called the Seers.
Do they?
Yep. Like the
I
Headhunter
honestly did not
Kindred
know
and the
that.
Vulture Kindred.
Fair enough.
It's a dead end, but it's a really useful dead end. Like the
Right.
Krootox and Kroot hounds.
And the greater Norlocks.
Mm-hmm. Pew shoots a dinosaur. Like Tarbuck is taking note of this because his knowledge, although he has some linguistic skills, his lore remains more tied to the Immaterium than it does the enemy without.
True.
So he is taking notes on everything Lynn is saying.
Len, what else do you know of these people?
It's interesting that you call them people, Interrogator Lockwood. And I'm saying this all in High Gothic, by the way.
In their company, I will refer to them as that.
Right. Well, they're generally a more tribalistic society. They consume the flesh of other species to adapt the genes of it. It's an interesting form of horizontal adaptation and gene transfer. It's quite... I wish I could say unique, but I've seen similar things in several other species, which could indicate some commonality, but it's hard to say with such things. But I suppose that's more of the society of them. Just she switches topics. It seems to be based around the... And Victor, if I get any of this wrong, please call me out on it.
Don't worry, I am paying close attention to everything you're saying.
It's based on a hierarchy where they attempt to...
I will interject this. Anything that like you might get wrong, Lynn might simply just not know the minutia of Kroot society.
That's true.
So you honestly can say whatever, but no one is really gonna be able to tell you otherwise.
That's fair, but I'm not gonna tell you that they turn into gigantic space whales in their third life cycle.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'll tell you that the Shaper, they are organized by the Shapers, which try to organize them towards a more suited form. Their spacecraft tend to be...
Wait, these things have spacecrafts?
Yes, they do.
But they don't look...
Let me ask for a Lorcinos with a plus 30 on that one.
Sure.
It's like kind of common to know about Kroot war spheres, but like we'll need at least a roll on that.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that me and Inquisitor Farnoff have ran into one.
Yes.
Probably seen them at stations. I'll respond that yes, they're quite primitive craft. There are several theories on how they actually got a hold of them, because obviously Kroot like this couldn't get a hold or couldn't do or create such a thing. However, there are a large detachment of them that serve with the task, and then I'm going to gesture towards the one that's in our group.
So these things are capable of planet-to-planet travel, yet they live a primitive society.
Well, some of them do. Many of them are common mercenaries among pirate bands. They're reputable for their increased strength. They might look more agile, but in reality, they're far stronger than an average.
So these things are strong and deadly, used primarily as what? Mercenaries for tracking?
Well, they can also be mercenaries simply for brute force. They're a bit more reliable than, say, an orc.
What does the Imperium stand on them?
Well,
I'm going to provide this. To quote the book, at least in Askelion space, I'm going to tell you what the official policy regarding the Kroot is. The Askelion elite, in turn, tolerate the Kroot more readily than other species because the Kroot's behavior makes them a low-priority target among myriad Xenos threat. Much of the Kroot population dwells aboard their massive void-bound war spheres, instead of contesting habitable worlds. You already mentioned this, kinda. And the Kroot themselves are willing to assist in eradication of other species. In essence, typical Askelion across-the-sector policy regarding the Kroot can be summarized thusly: kill them last.
Well, they are a rather pacifiable and amicable species. So, generally, in most situations, it's best to cooperate with them until we have the liberty to get rid of them.
Do you think the same way of the Eldari?
No, the Eldari are far more dangerous. They're impossible to play safe and they're impossible to predict.
I found quite the opposite is true.
Perhaps it was just a game they were playing with here. They're an extremely long-lived species, and I find they rarely think of us as equals, even when they pretend to.
And at that, she's gonna look down for a second, just enough to think of Marino playing her off, and then look up and just be like, I will take my chances.
I'm not saying it must always be the case, but in my experience, they're a long-lived species, and many of them don't see us as equals. But they know that it's easier to deal with us when we think they think we're equals. Even if their pride makes them give us subtle reminders of their true feelings.
What if their weaponry, the Kroot?
It's advanced, but crude in some way. The technology itself, the mechanisms are
Do you actually know this?
Would I actually know this? Yeah, they're like the equivalent of like a shotgun with a a plasma rifle's barrel stuck, or like something built around that.
It's a rifle with modified plasma technology from the Tau. It's basically what it is.
So it's like the plasma technology is advanced, but what they've done to it is pretty hillbilly rednecks, or hillbilly. Gosh, that's pretty offensive. I apologize. But point is, it's pretty jury-rigged stuff on top of that.
Okay. And I'm assuming you say that all in character, so I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking out my data slate and taking notes on all of this. Do you think these ones will ambush us?
I highly doubt it, especially if they think they can do business with us.
Very well.
Again, they are generally an amicable species that's easy to work with. Unless they've been paid by our enemies to deal with us, I don't suspect we'll have any trouble. Unless you provoke them.
And at that, I'll just, like... I'm just gonna go, and look away.
As you're walking along, you note that the foliage has turned less dense. However, there seems to be a swampland quality that seems to be taking over. The Kroot seem to be handling the marshes just fine, but I am going to have to ask everyone to roll a plus 30 agility test.
Of course these things would take us through this.
Is this for traversing land?
Yes.
My quadruped just means I'm good, right?
It means you ignore dangerous terrain, but this is a bit different. Also, you're not very well set up for handling this terrain because it's so soft and squishy.
I'm gonna spend a fate to re-roll this.
Fine.
There you go.
I barely make it.
Oof. So,
my boot gets stuck for a minute.
Yeah. So, as the Kroot are leaping about all around you, traversing, you are able to easily enough find your way across as you zigzag between brackish pools. However, I need everyone to roll an awareness, this time with a -10, and this is going to be... This is not based on sight nor sound.
So what is it based off of?
I honestly...
Like
Hold
which
on.
of the five senses is being used to here? This is important.
What sense you... how do you sense vibration?
Yeah. Oh, I was so close.
Actually, humans can sense vibrations pretty easily.
Yeah, I know that, but what sense do you use? Your skin?
It's one of those weird undefined ones.
It's like...
It's like a mixture of pressure and balance.
Yeah,
like...
chat says it's touch.
Touch? Fair enough.
I still make it.
Rosalina and Tarvok both make it. So, Lynn, as the only one that didn't make it. Oh, did you use Keen Intuition there?
I tried and failed.
Yeah. Oh well. As you are walking through the swampland, Tarvok and Rosalina, you both feel the slightest vibration in the ground below, and one of the Kroot holds up his hands and says, "Hold still."
I'm gonna stop moving and hold up my hand for everybody to stop moving as well.
Well, I'm gonna trample off and just stop. No, I'm kidding. Of course I stand still.
As you do, you can feel the vibration as it moves away.
Do I get
lets down its hand?
Do I get a feeling back when we were in the desert with those sandworms? Do I get that kind of same deja vu?
Kinda-ish. However, the Kroot is going to speak up and say, "Those were the renders. They're big. They can eat you in one bite. Ah, 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 ah."
Noted.
Some type of deadly subterranean species?
They move below the ground, where we can't eat them. We have long tried to hunt one, but they always escape.
Interesting.
Let's keep moving. Shaper Enika is not far away. And you keep moving as you do. And you are led into up a few hills before the foliage becomes denser again, and you arrive in a heavily branched area. And you can see the Kroot as they start leaping and climbing up the tree branches, and they ascend up into the canopy. Follow us, humans.
Last time I tried this, I nearly died. Sure, why not?
These trees won't try to eat you.
What do I need to roll?
Athletics plus 20. There's plenty enough to climb on.
I have some bad news.
Oh, wait. Actually, athletics or acrobatics would have done. My bad.
Okay, that helps a lot. Okie dokie, I got it.
Alright. Tarvok, are you even going to attempt this?
Yeah, I have a ton of bonuses to athletics.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Bulging biceps, manipulating die. I think have a couple. Yeah, I'll try.
My target would have been 45 for the other, so yeah, I'll take the first one.
Okay.
Also, natural strength.
Yeah, well, you only needed to succeed. Degrees are not relevant here. However, Tarvok, I am going to ask you to haul up the NPCs, if you will.
Yeah, no, like that's what I was thinking. I was going to be like an elevator.
Yeah. So, the Tau, the Inquisitor, and the Hospitaller, man, walk into a bar. That's the start of a joke.
Mark starts playing some soothing music.
So, as you ascend into the canopy, you break through some dense leaves, and up above you see what appears to be. I'm losing my connection to Roll20. What is going on here?
Well, we can still hear you.
Okay, never mind. I just won't use anything then. Okay. As you break through the leaves, you can see what appeared to be best described as circular nests with openings near the bottom. They seem to have woven themselves a little society up here.
They quite literally are birds.
Right. So, they lead you, the Kroot, once they are up here, lead you across some vine bridges that they seem to have grown into place by some means or other. And a large tent-like structure seems to have been set up near the largest tree, near the center, built onto the side.
I'm gonna speak to Rosalina after she says that. It's really hard to say what the Kroot adapted from due to their horizontal or ability to exchange genes horizontally. They really could have started from anything.
However, there is an additional detail that each and every one of you notes, is that this entire village seems to be decorated with the heads of gigantic insects, and the largest one seemed to be, look like they could be big enough to take on Lehman Russ battle tanks.
So they're a hunter society. This appears to be grisly war trophies.
Is this the Kroot? Look to the to Lynn and say, "Is this the Kroot's homeworld?"
No. Victor, correct me if I'm wrong here, but we don't know where the Kroot's homeworld even is.
Yeah, we do. It's Peck. It's
Really?
Wait, there are a bunch of bird people from a planet called Peck.
Look, Games Workshop has never been subtle about its references. And
Is Peck within the Tau Empire now? No.
It is.
It is. Oh, okay. So that's why they're in the Tau. Okay.
And at this point,
I'll respond back to Tarvok and say, no, their homeworld is within the Tau's domain.
Actually, it's in the Ultima Segmentum near the eastern fringe of the galaxy.
I'm gonna start walking towards the tent.
Alright. You can see that this tent seems to have been built up of interlocking plates of chitin. Inside, you find a dim light pierces through a hole in the top, and there's a shadowy pallor cast across it, but sitting in a cross-legged position, you can see. Actually, I'm just going to grab the picture of it. Here we go. Where did I put it? There it is.
Can you make that picture bigger? Thank you.
I'm noticing a cultural theme here.
There is. Considering that, yeah, that's not. That's not a headdress. Those are his quills.
Fair enough. I'll grab the pipe.
So, did I go in alone? I assume I did.
Did anyone follow?
I would have followed.
You
I don't
see
think I'd be able to fit.
Well, actually, would Inquisitor Farnoth go in?
She definitely would, and
Then I would definitely go.
so the Hospitallers would stay outside. The Tau would go. The Inquisitor would go, and I don't know if Tarwak would actually fit. He would have to.
No, I'd be no. Either way, I'd be watching the. I'd be staying outside in case we need to bug out.
The wizened Shaper looks up at you and takes your measure. Oh, by taking your measure, he sniffs the air. Greetings, human.
You must be the Shaper, I assume.
I am Shaper Enuk. I lead this tribe of Kroot.
We seek refuge through this world. We need to find an Imperial outpost or a way to get off-world.
There are none that I know of. Every time the humans try, the world eats them up.
Is there any remnants of Imperial bases here?
None that survive. Yanth eats everything that touches it. Unless you eat it right back. The Kroot Shaper leans its head to the side, as if trying to get a better look at you, and says, there is one thing that might help with what you seek. You wish to get off-world.
What is it?
It is in the mountains to the east. If you're able to find it, you will find your way off-world.
Do your people know where it is?
They do.
And what is it? Can you describe it?
You will find it beneath the mountain.
Can your people escort us there?
For a prize.
What is your price?
My price is that they follow you and be allowed to eat anything.
I can agree to that.
Good.
So, when shall we leave?
You are free to leave at any point, though I would not recommend leaving in the night. That's when the bugs come out.
How long until the night cycle on this world?
Until the sun rises.
Very well. Do your people travel now or later?
We would not set out now. They would never make it to the mountain.
Very well. We will wait until morning. Do you have a way of accommodating us?
You may sleep among these branches. My tribe will keep watch. Nothing should enter.
Very well. Is this okay with you, Farnoth?
Farnoth nods at you and gives the Shaper another look.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I guess we're done?
It's very difficult with Xenos. Can't exactly tell them that the Emperor protects. They wouldn't actually know what to do with that.
I would give like the half sign of the Aquila and then realize what I'm doing and be like,
They don't know what you're doing. Here's something really funny. If a Kroot wanted to be rude with you, he would hold up his palm facing you.
Can I do a check to figure out a polite goodbye?
Yes, you can.
for those of you wondering in the chat, Kroot breed with their hands. They secrete everything from their
Ew.
hands.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kroot
Wow.
mating actually looks like a back massage.
My first thought is that's kind of gross. My second thought is I feel bad for them. That is a super boring way to do it.
Well, that's that. Yes, I'm going to have to make something up about this because I don't know what a Kroot farewell looks like. So let's just, you know what? Let's just say, Can anyone help me with this? I'm
thinking of one. I'm gonna tell the Kroot. I'm gonna tell him that I hope his descendants continue to achieve, or continue to progress towards perfection.
the Kroot. You can actually you see the bristles on his back flutter tinily. Tinily? What is this? What? Am I Trump now? Do I say bigly? No.
Well, I hope that means he's flattered.
You take it to mean that. So.
And with that, are we all gonna depart to like our own little hovel?
Funnily enough, there is, aside from all of the circular nests that have been built up, there honestly is no reason to find more shelter because the canopy above is thick enough to protect against any weather, and the temperature in here is, well, it's sweltering, really.
And as they leave the tent, they'll see Tarwak there taking a puff of his cigar and look to Rosalina and say, I find it troubling that Xenos give us better welcomes and are more cooperative than most humans we've run into.
Let's not make a habit of that.
I mean...
No, Interrogator, I was going to compliment you on how open-minded you are and able to do these situations. Normally, me and Farnoth have such objections, but we're above the laws for a reason, aren't we?
Yes. Besides, they don't appear to be hostile, and they're not taking up any Imperial resource. As far as I can tell, they are just a native creature to this planet.
They are a danger, but they are one of the most minimal of dangers.
So,
Ooh,
as...
Victor.
Oh, go ahead.
Is there a place that has, like, their Is there an armory here for their weaponry?
You can roll me an awareness.
Because I know what I'm doing.
You look around, and you note that there is really no obvious place where they might keep their weapons. What you do see are other Kroot leaping about, and all of them seem to hold on to their guns.
I'm gonna... Is there one near enough to us that I can talk to it?
You can try and catch one.
What do I need to roll, or just walk up?
Well, just walk up to one before it jumps away.
You there, Kroot.
You see the Kroot that you're talking to turn its head lightning fast to gaze at you. Yes?
Where do you keep your... Do you house other relics of your race?
The Kroot leans his head, unsure what you're talking about.
Personal properties.
He holds up his gun.
Do you have another of that gun that your species keeps around here?
No, this one is mine.
What about ammunition?
We have a device for that. We can recharge our guns.
Can you take me there? I wish to know more of your... well, your society.
Sure. Follow me. And without much consideration for the human form, the Kroot just leaps off. You're going to have to try and follow him.
Damn it all.
You're going to have to roll some acrobatics here.
Hey, any pluses?
Plus 10. Heck yeah. So, for the rest of you, you see Rosalina talking to a Kroot, who then leaps off, and Rosalina leaps off after him, and does a decent enough job in keeping up, even though she's not able to make quite as long jumps as he does. She's in no danger of falling anywhere.
Tarvok will get on the microbead and say, Rosalina, by the sounds of Mars, have you lost your mind?
I wish to know more of their society. Know thy enemy. Destroy thy enemy.
Does the crew here say that?
I'm saying it low enough that only the microbeat is picking it up.
Okay, just making sure. And I said, and at this point, Tarvok will say, Rosalina, I know that you're not going to attack nor destroy this enemy.
No, but it may pose a threat later on. Also, I wish to know more of its society. It's fascinating.
And you were going to tell us you are leaving when?
Momentarily. I didn't expect it to take off this quickly.
I'm gonna look over at Tarvok and say, is the interrogator answerable to us?
Officially, no. Reasonably, she's taken my counsel. And then he'll stop himself, remember, have a lot of flashbacks and say, never mind. She will do as she wishes, but it is my job to safeguard her person.
So, as Rosalina leaps after the Kroot, they descend to closer to the roots of one of the larger trees there. And in between two of the roots, you see that the Kroot descends into a hole in the ground.
I'll follow it.
And once you get inside, you can feel the heat. You can feel that there is tremendous heat in there. And the ground seems to be vibrating slightly.
This is dangerous.
Follow here, human.
Of course. And I'm going to have one hand on my sword and the other hand... not reactivating my Inferno pistol, but just reaching for it. And I'm going to try to calm myself and walk through.
As you walk down, as you go further down the hole, at some points you even have to bend down in order to not hit your head. You arrive in what appears to be a dugout chamber of sorts, and inside there seems to be an engine of sorts, just humming along. All around you, you can see that there are There are crates of what appears to be ammunition.
So you guys are technologically advanced. And I
We-
say this to the Kroot.
Right. Yeah, yes. We need this for our guns. They are modified by the Tau.
What is your relation with the Tau species?
They saved our world from the orcs.
Interesting. So you swore fealty to them?
We chose to align ourselves with them. It seemed only just for saving our world. They help us. We help them. We
So
eat.
it's more of a respect and honor thing than anything else.
It is a payment.
Is there any other weaponry or anything down here? Pulse carbines, anything of that nature?
Nothing that you can see. This seems to be an ammo dump.
And is there any other Kroot down here that might know more?
Not currently, no. This seems to be the one that led you here. Seems to be the only one. In fact, you can see him reaching in and replacing some of his own ammunition with the ones from the engine.
What would I have to do to get one of these ammunition packs?
One of these?
Yes.
Payment.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab a bag of candy.
The Kroot looks curiously at this thing in your hand, and he sniffs it and says, "Brah! Smells foul."
What about this? And I'll take out my best quality ration pack.
He, do you hand it to him?
Yeah.
He holds the ration pack in his hands and sniffs it again.
It's
What
fish
is
flake.
this?
It's an off-world species of fish that I've mulched into a meal. It could suffice one human for, well, almost an entire day or two.
He sniffs it again and says, "No, I do not wish to learn. I do not wish to have gills or webbed feet."
So that's how your evolution works, is it?
It is shaped. To say it evolves implies we adapt. We have a more. We have. Sorry, trying to. It's really hard to maintain the Kroot voice.
Yeah, no problem.
Ugh. We take a firm hand in our own fate.
Then perhaps it's equipment you need. What about these? And I hold up my binoculars. These will allow you to see greater distances than you can normally.
He looks at it and tries to look through it, but unfortunately his eyes are a bit too far apart. So he has to look through each one at a time.
Which still technically works, by the way.
Yeah, it does, but it is kind of annoying if you're a Kroot.
You could split it and give it to one of your kin. That way two of you have one monocular each.
As you say that, he snaps it in half. Oh, did you not? I thought you said.
I assume the trade is fair then?
It still works, as he now takes the two and looks through both of them at the same time. Rah. How? puts these down and says, "A trade. Agreed." And he takes one of the ammo packs and hands it to you. You can see that there is a soft blue glow to it. Don't drop this.
Of course.
As much as the Tau claim it's not dangerous, it still can explode.
And with that, I'll slip it into one of the pouches on my side. And I want to check something. I'm going to stare at that thing for a second. I'm going to roll tech use on the monocular real quick. And then I'm just going to sigh and just be like, very well. Can you guide me back to the village?
Of course. And he heads out back the way you came.
I assume that we're back in and everything.
Yes, you are. The way back is slightly more difficult, seeing how you have to ascend instead of descending. But you do make it up just fine. And the Kroot barely seems to have broken a sweat. Roll for me in athletics, please. You make it.
Years of training. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
So the second I get back, I'm going to wipe the sweat from my brow and just look at Tarvok. Well, I lost my binoculars, but here. And I'm going to hand him the power cell to one of the pulse weapons. John?
I think you're muted.
No, it's my mic's being weird. He takes it and looks at it. Does it look deconstructible?
It does, but on first glance, you're able to tell that this is some sort of plasma technology going on, and it might not be advisable to do it just right now.
Well, I've deconstructible. I don't know why I used that word. I meant volatile. Does it look volatile?
Yes. You would have to do some damage to it before it exploded, but it packs a punch. Let's put it like that.
In relation to Imperial technology, how volatile does this thing look?
Not as volatile, but you have a feeling that it doesn't quite do as much damage.
Right. I look at it and say, so you traded binoculars for a plasma pack?
Essentially, yes. But I figured learning some of the aliens' technology might be a boost to us.
To that, I can agree.
Besides,
And
they're only monoculars. I'll pick up another pair once we're off planet.
Tarvok will go into his bag and pull out another pair. He says, I don't need this anymore. And he kind of points to his bionic arm, or his eye.
Very well. I lost nothing for this then.
Indeed. So let me check. Yeah, I actually still have
Worst
binoculars.
trade deal in history. Sorry.
And at this point, while she was doing that, can I go walk up to Farnov and talk?
Sure. She's sitting next to Lynn currently, with her back against a tree trunk.
At this point, as I kind of lower myself, I look to Lynn and Farnov and say, "Recaf, rations, water."
Oh, please, yes. By the throne, I've missed Recaf.
Let's see, what blend? I have a selection from all across the Imperium.
Anything from Ultima Segmentum.
Yes, when I acquired this book of mine, the Guide to Ultramar, it also came with a few samples of Ultima branded recaf, and he begins heating it up.
As the smell, the smell makes you think of. I'm trying to make a joke here about the Ultramarines, but I'm failing.
Rocky Crags and Blueberry.
Yeah, let's go with that.
And
Smell of blueberries, perfect.
Indeed. Oh yeah, blueberry coffee is not something to be messed with. It is great. But he will, as he begins dispensing up the cup, he will leave it to her.
I was gonna say, you get an urge to shout courage and honor.
Right?
Okay, that's a bad joke. All right.
Uh,
with
and most-
recap dispensed.
And you know, some complimentary ration crackers, hardtack.
Corpse crackers. Of course. So
He will sit down and. All right. So, by the way, Lynn can hear but cannot speak due to technical issues.
Okay.
Try
So-
resetting Discord.
Yeah, like Discord is being wonky recently.
And he will look to her and say, "Your abode on that aquatic planet was quite the interesting discovery, wasn't it?"
Aventine, you mean?
Yes, of course.
Of course. Oh, I see. You must have turned my house upside down to try and find me.
Yes, indeed. Quite the abode, and quite the interesting simian companion you have.
Oh, you found Rathi. How nice.
Yes,
He lives at least.
he does. Quite an interesting specimen, isn't he?
He is. His ability to miniaturize has been invaluable to me.
I
Did you
see.
know that he once took apart one of my las cannons, the thing, and now I can't find it.
Yes, he assisted me in developing an upgrade for Rosalina's Inferno pistol.
Oh, might I see it?
Alex, do you have your Inferno pistol, or do I have it?
I have my Inferno pistol on me.
He will bring up a holographic display of it.
By the way, I secluded myself at this current moment to read Farnoff's journal.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, right. Like, and like this is probably taking place around the time, so like she's like just arrived or like right before arriving.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. So if she has the pistol, yeah, he will bring up the holographic display.
As you send up the hololith, the built-in hololith, she looks at it and says, "Oh, it looks like one of the older marks of Inferno pistol. How curious that he would make it like that."
Indeed. How did you acquire such a companion?
Rathi? Oh, I forget. I picked him up. What was it? Back in. It must have at least have been back in '73. It's almost been 2 decades now.
Mhm.
Oh, where does the time go? You know, purging heretics and all that.
He nods and says, "And what about her?" Pointing to Lynn. When did you pick her up?
Lynn? I picked her up when I last visited Calixis. I went to the... Oh, crap. I'm absolutely forgetting what the HQ of the Inquisition in the Calixis sector is called. I am so annoyed by this that I'm actually going to Google it up real quick. Let me see. The Calixian Conclave where is it? Overseen by Lord Inquisitor Caden of the High Council and Officio are based in the Tricorn Palace. Boom, on Scintilla. Perfect. I needed that.
Yep. Riley, you are correct. It is Scintilla.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I picked her up last when I was at the Tricorn Palace on Scintilla. By the throne, do I never wish to see that place again.
Have you ever been to the Solium?
Yes, I have. It's a dreadful place.
It's gotten better.
She raises an eyebrow at that.
Social works. The last time I was there, I was pushing through social works in the underhive and lower hive to bring it up to a better standard. Remove the corrupt warring channel houses, and established a centralized peacekeeping force.
Bravo. You have made the lives of a few thousand better in a hive of 300 billion plus.
And it is better than most are able to do. It's more than the government of the Soil was willing to do.
Oh, forgive me. The mind turns cynical in old age.
I understand that. Cynicism is what protects us from optimism and hope.
Yes. The first step on the road of hope.
Now, on to my proposition. Being that we have combated forces of the Xenos, the Heretic, and those that lie beyond, I think it is safe to say that our warband requires the best of the best.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I said it.
Oh, sorry, you must have cut out.
I said, being that we have fought the Xenos, the Heretic, and the things beyond, I think it is safe to say that our warband requires the best of the best.
Agreed. You seem to be handling yourself quite well.
Indeed. During the escapade in the Witcher cult, I believe you walked away completely unscathed.
That is true, even though I've lost time and acolytes.
I would like to propose the rental, if not complete acquisition, of your Jakero when we return back to your home.
Rolled charm.
Oh no.
Come on, Charmbot 9000.
I almost want to say I want to use a plus 10. No, I want to keep my reroll for the reroll. I'm going to reroll it, because why not?
Oh, come on, Charmbot 9000. Aw.
I was hoping... Now, what if I throw in a commerce with it?
Unfortunately, no. This was always going to have to be convincing Farnoff to give up her Jakero, and it was going to be difficult.
That's fine.
Remember, last time you made one of those, you got your Charnel House Empire.
Well, I mean, I roleplayed it out too.
I know that.
You gave me bonuses for roleplaying, I guess, but those days are over.
Yeah, those days are over. Well, I say that,
Ooh,
but
ouch.
I say that, but like this, like Farnoff giving up her Jakero is a gigantic thing. And I will say this: had you actually rolled and succeeded, I would have handed the Jakero over.
Yeah, it's fine. I can't be great at everything. Oh well. And so, what does she say?
As much as I appreciate your rescue, I am going to have to rebuild my own warband, and Rethi is one of the few remaining.
Understandable. Although, who are the others that you lost?
The others? Well...
Do you even remember?
There was Macmillan. He was... I honestly forget. Lynn, what guard regiment was he from? I never seem to remember. Oh yeah, crap. Mope can't reply.
She can write it.
Oh yeah, she can write it.
She quotes it. Una momento.
You hear Lynn ramble off a series of factoids. Actually, let's just pick regiment. Let's go. Let's not go with.
Valhalans.
Sure. Let's go with Valhalans. Ah, yes. Valhallan 88th. Apparently, he was a sergeant at some point until I picked him up. He apparently was handy with a meltagun.
And how did he go?
Some flying Drukari got him. Dropped him down into the darkness.
I see. And the others?
Oh yeah, Lynn is still just waxing lyrical about everything and nothing that might be relevant
I see.
while the conversation is going on.
Love it. And then as she talks about this, I turn around and kind of think, and what's your opinion on Rosalina?
Rosalina, growing.
You have no idea.
Oh, would you care to inform me, or do I have to drag it out of you?
His eye switches from blue to red and says, "Try it," before switching back to blue. Ah, yes, the history of Rosalina.
At this, far enough leans in. Try me.
At this point, his eyes starts spasming from blue to red, blue to red, blue to red, before sticking on blue, and says, so Rosalina Lockwood started off as just a highborn seeking the Inquisition. She trembled and
Seeking the Inquisition. Now that is different. Usually people run away from us when we show up.
And Rosalina, I can assure you, is not most people.
I can see. Carry on.
I saw her kill her first man, a gentleman who was gutted by a hive-ganger on the Solium. She gave him the Emperor's mercy.
Is not quite how it went down.
Well, the guy stabbed the Minotaur.
She couldn't kill him. Tobian grabbed the gun out of her hand and killed the guy.
All right. Is anyone in the immediate area gonna prove my story wrong?
No, but out of character, that is. Lynn, is Lynn going to correct it?
Rosalina did write up the report.
She did. Funnily, okay, so, well, we're just going to have it go that way and say that Lynn is going to be the voice of correction in this time, and she goes, actually.
Starbucks' eye will go crimson red for a moment. Before switching back and says, anyway.
She does that a lot. Just keep your other ear open. She usually says something helpful.
He thinks about grabbing his strummer for a moment. And says, anyway. She had her ups and downs during our adventures on the Solium. Pride pushed her to acting irrationally, but every time that happened, there are countless times where her piety or commanding nature won us the day. And every time she brought upon us trouble, she also got us out of it, usually by sacrificing either her own well-being or something dear to her.
I see. I pity her, so to speak.
Why is that?
She has already earned my trust. Anyone who would go through the Dark City to rescue my hide well, let's just say that they have proven themselves in my eyes, and I'm sure that Hunt isn't going to put her up for promotion to Inquisitor without supporting her himself. But then
Which
comes the
leaves
issue of Gustav.
Gustav.
She
What do you
is,
know of
he
Gustav?
he is the one that she will have to convince. And it just so happens that one of the few remaining Inquisitors in Escalon, well, he is an absolute asshole.
Now, correct
And
me if
that's
I'm wrong.
coming from me.
Gustav Grimm was Kershaw Anders' Inquisitor, wasn't it?
No, that is not him. There are currently 5 Inquisitors that this warband knows about in Escalon. And one of them is Kershan's boss. The other is... I am totally blanking on that name. Oh yes, one of them is Volric's Inquisitor, one of them is Kershan's Inquisitor, then there's your Inquisitor, which is Hunt, the one you're talking with, and Gustav, the one you've never actually met or heard anything else about.
What's the split like in terms of the Ordos?
Let's see. We have 1 Xenos, 2 Hereticas, and 2 Malleus.
Okay, and he at this point he'll actually say, "Why is it that there's only one Xenos Inquisitor in Escalon?"
Well, she smiles at this and says, not, well, that you simply know of. There are a few more of us, but much like Hunt, we stick to the shadows and barely talk. We're family like that.
Yes, I see. And what of Hunt? What do you know about him? I've known him for years, but it has been a long time since I sat down, and back then I was less inquisitive.
Yeah, well, congratulations. You know just about as much as I do. That man wouldn't tell me the truth if I had a bolt pistol to his head.
Perhaps there are other ways of acquiring information than violence.
Indeed, but none of them which can be used against an unfellow Inquisitor.
Have you tried Amasek?
He doesn't drink.
I see.
Hunt doesn't really have any friends, shall we say. And in this job, that goes doubly so.
I understand that, the loneliness of this job. You can be surrounded with 4 people and still feel alone.
Did you actually count up the Inquisitors that you know to her?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, like I imagine he's like doing it on his non-broken hand.
Right. As you finish the last Inquisitor that you know, oh, so you haven't met Arctius then?
Octius?
Arctius. Technically he is still an Inquisitor, but he sort of retired.
That's old boy from the debate planet, wasn't it?
No, that's not that. That's Albus Tattersall you're thinking of.
Okay.
I heard Soy Boy from the...
Oh, that's funny. So, no, I'm actually blanking on where it's from. I actually need to check the map. I can't believe it. Hold on. Escalon sector map. He is down there. Okay, there it is. No, he is currently... His current hideout is in Port Aquila, in one of the asteroids.
We've been there, haven't we? I'm trying to forget. Yeah, we did, because I made a deal with the plasma.
Yes, you have. You've been to Port Aquila, but you did not run into this Arctius fellow.
No, we did not. I remember Port Aquila. Quite an interesting. Wait, can I, while I'm doing this, can I actually set up like a small little campfire?
You're in trees,
you
surrounded by
don't,
wood.
And no. That's not even the point. The point is, this place is warm. Like, there is literally no need for a campfire.
Yeah, don't those places get like really cold?
Not necessarily. Then again, you look around and you can see that the shape of this space that you're inhabiting seems to be fairly well insulated, so to speak.
Fair enough, because like if the canopy's blocking the sun, then at night it would get really cold.
Yeah, well, if it is blocking the sun,
But
it would
if it's
keep the
insulated,
heat
that's
in.
fine.
Yeah, let's put it like
Alright.
that. So yeah,
Then I'll just put down a light then, like a lamp.
he still has his little junk heap in one of the asteroids, and he mostly does inquisitioning, that's a verb now, as a hobby.
I see. And his order is?
He used to be Malleus, but now he belongs to none.
I wasn't aware Inquisitors could leave service.
Most of us don't, but then again, most of us are too crazy to ever stop working. She gives you a crooked smile at that one.
I see. I guess I'll end my questions and tell me about yourself. You seem to a woman does not become that hard in this galaxy unless she has a tale or two to tell.
Ah, now, that is where I agree with Hunt. I am more than willing to spill secrets on anyone else, but my own are my own.
Oh, I'm not asking for secrets. Just surely there's got to be something interesting about you, your hobbies, favorite foods, anything.
Like I said, secret.
At this,
I-
Rosalina closes the book that she's been reading and puts it back into her pocket.
Yeah.
Is it
She's-
nightfall?
Yes, it is indeed the middle of the night right now. Since we lost a mope, do we want to cut it just a little bit early tonight so that she can fix this up for next time?
Can I just talk to Far Enough real quick?
Yeah, you can talk to her before everyone goes to sleep.
I assume that
Ah!
Nope, not working, Riley.
No, it's just beeping.
So, after finishing that, I'm gonna look over at, because I was hiding to read that. I assume at this point I finished reading her tome and everything.
Right.
Her book. I'm gonna close it, put it back, and walk back towards them. And look at Tarvak and just be like, Tarvak,
Yes.
can you take Lynn somewhere?
Tarok will look at you blankly.
Check out the sights. I need to talk to Far Enough.
Tarok will look to Lynn. He has no authority over her. She consents. All right, we'll go out on a date.
Huh.
Buffalo girls, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out
It'd be a
tonight.
Phoenix girl.
Oh yeah. Phoenix girl, won't you come out tonight?
I'm gonna sit next to her and have my backpack and my 2 weapons sighted next to me.
All right.
Tarvok, did you have your microbead on that entire time?
Yeah. As I've said, my microbead is on unless I specifically say otherwise.
You want the
Yeah.
answer, don't you?
Which one?
Why I sought out the Inquisition.
It has me curious, but nothing that I would pursue to the fullest extent of my authority.
Lynn doesn't know either, does she?
I don't believe she does. Unless you wrote it down somewhere. Well, if you did write it down, I'm sure she's read it.
You know what happened on Provoska, correct?
Something to do with the cult of the Four-Armed Emperor?
Yes. Gene
You
Stealer.
forgive me if I'm not up on the specifics. There are a lot of gene stealer cults throughout the Imperium.
I am aware. Too many.
Yes. They are incessant and boring. If I never see one again in my life, it will be too soon.
They killed my entire family.
Oh? How
Destroyed.
so?
After I left with Hunt, I received a notice after a few years in service to him. My favored attendant, butler, flew out to me with the only remaining survivor of my family.
I see.
I have no idea where he is now.
He ran off?
Yes,
I can see why. Aside from you, what would have kept him staying?
that is true enough. As I dove deeper into the Inquisition, I realized the dogmatic teachings of what I would say when I taught at the Scala.
Be careful with that, Rosalina. You might think that you have the edge, that knowing about the pitfalls is enough to not stumble through them.
I think I've stumbled through them enough times.
The problem is noticing if you're falling or not.
That's this line of work, though, isn't it?
It is. It is why we need our war bands. They keep us grounded in the know. And honestly, I wouldn't know where I would be if I didn't have Lynn.
Tarvak is the same for me. He's the only member of my warband still to remain.
Have yours died that much?
Hunt has recalled them. Never gave me any information on whether or not they've died or not.
I'm sure we'll be able to ask him when we see him next time.
Hunt says what he says. He doesn't accept questions.
Depends on how you approach him. He'll give you a lie, but at least you'll think you'll have a conclusion. He's manipulative like that. But deep down, I think he cares.
The reason I joined the Inquisition, I tell myself it was for the betterment of the Imperium.
Have you?
I believe I've done that. But that's not the reason.
Oh?
I lost everything. Prior to my family's death. I lost my daughter. I lost my lover. I lost everything that made me a Lockwood.
And yet, here you are.
Yeah.
So, abject despair, then, is what drove you into our arms?
Hunt has one secret that I know of.
Ooh, this I do want to hear.
My family keeps very good records. We have to. There was a name that popped up a few times, and one inconsistent amount of service records. It can only mean one thing: service within the Inquisition.
Oh, and what might that name have been?
Egoqueenalexis, my daughter's grandmother.
Oh. I must say, bravo. You were able to pierce the web of lies that Hunt bathes himself in. The fact that you were able to see through that is quite admirable. I can see why he let you on.
It took many years for me to prepare for that. And way too much research.
And you would have had to find him, which must not have been an easy task.
When you wish to find the man that remains invisible, don't look for the man at all, and he shall appear.
What? He just showed up?
Like I said, my family keeps very good records. Somebody showing up with no documentation, or forced documentation, it's a red flag almost immediately.
Yes, but the problem with Hunt is that he doesn't fake his documents.
That's what got us. See, he was doing research into the Scala Progenium that I was teaching at. I know the members. I know every single member of our order. I know all the sororitas that visit. A man coming in, distinguished but unknown? He stood out like a sore thumb that day. Maybe a mistake on his part.
So, his boldness got him caught then.
Yes.
He usually goes for the extravagant plans. The more out there, the more chances are that it fails. Well, he likes to fly close to the sun.
Or he was looking for something. Someone.
Did he find what he was looking for?
I am unsure. We departed soon after I found him.
Well, in any case, I'm glad for your persistence, Rosalina. Means that you were persistent enough to find me too.
Now all I need to do is get us off this world, get us back aboard my ship, and get back to my daughter. And more now.
I thought you said you lost her.
She is different now than she ever was. The cherubim that followed me. Oh, you didn't see her. I'm gonna take out my data slate and slip over to a picture of what she used to look like. And then swipe over and show what she looks like now.
Swipe left.
Yeah.
So, she looks, far enough looks at her, nods her head. She looks beautiful.
She did once.
Well, in any case, Rosalina, I am going to catch some sleep. We have, from what the Shaper told us, we have a long way to go.
You don't seem at all concerned about these creatures.
The Kroot?
Any of them. The Kroot, the Eldar, the Dukari. You showed no fear in any of their sights.
Once you live through as many Xenos horrors as I do, you become quite jaded.
What did the Dukari do to you?
They gave me hope, and then took it away. Again and again. That is what they're good at.
Very well.
Good night, Rosalina.
Good night. And I'm gonna get up and walk to the outside and rest up against it.
And with that, we will fade to black and continue next time. This is kind of the opposite of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very nice ending. All is calm.
You also got an even deeper mystery about Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to stay tuned next week. We'll have a brand new one. As always, I want to thank everybody for playing along and everybody for watching. As always, I'm Egoqueenalexis. I love you guys. Bye.